Hello everyone, welcome to Indigo's PAB TypeScript SDK Catalyst Fund 6 closeout video. First, to explain the need for a PAB SDK and why we chose to create this proposal in the developer ecosystem, I first need to explain why dApps actually needed the PAB SDK. Well, smart contract developers needed an open source SDK that enabled interactions with the Plutus application backend. So we set out to develop open source code that solved this problem. The Plutus application backend is a critical component when interacting with Plutus smart contracts. The API that the PAB provides allows PAB clients to interact with contract application instances. Contract endpoints that are exposed by running instances can be called via the client API. The SDK helped us integrate more efficiently with the PAB and allows other developers in the ecosystem to benefit from the proposal's open source code. Luckily, we as Indigo have one of the greatest communities in the Cardano ecosystem, so our fully requested amount of $35,000 in the form of ADA was fulfilled. For the actual development of the PAB TypeScript SDK, we successfully wrote over 400 lines of code to create the software development kit. And as we reached completion, sadly, the developer ecosystem changed their tune. The development of the PAB SDK was needed for many of the projects and developers building on Cardano to fully integrate their projects and code with the Plutus application backend. Unfortunately, many projects have moved on to work more preferably with the Cardano transaction library, which has lessened the demand for PAB integrations. With all of this considered, many will still use and seek the benefits of our PAB SDK, but the narrative around the PAB itself has changed in the Cardano development ecosystem since we first proposed this SDK in Fund 6. Nevertheless, the PAB SDK is now fully open sourced and published on GitHub for all to have access to. Users are able to witness the working PAB SDK through our recent private testnet, which just ended a few weeks ago. Now, before we end things off, Indigo would like to thank our voters as well as the entire Catalyst team for making this possible. We hope this closeout form shows our progress and what we've developed since our Fund 6 initial proposal. We're excited to be more involved with Project Catalyst in the future and continue to close out our projects that we still have open. Thank you.